Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum taci și răspund după ce înțeleg ce-ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece sau noi cum trece prin timp. Trăiesc momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieteni, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții sus, mă cheamă propriul destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Sipim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare mă inspiră zi de zi. Fă din șansa ta un vis, fă din șansa ta un vis împlinit. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Ce ale, nu știu ce să aleg. Dar ce ale. Nu te teme de moarte că nu-ți mai trăiești viața. Pune zâmbetul pe față dimineața. Du-te, ia legume fresh, fă-ți viața. Pune doar ce trebuie în trupul ăla ca un rasa. Niște mișcare ca să ungă carcasa. Binecuvântare nu e lumea prea razna. Alegerile noastre ne fac să simțim asta. Atât de multe drumuri eu, yeah. De alei. Dar ce ale.
Știi, avem o singură viață și nu
știu
prea
ce să aleg.
merită să ne stresăm în fiecare zi pentru toate mizeriile.
Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. One life. Learn it, love it, live it. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum taci și răspund după ce înțeleg ce-ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece.
Hey. Hi and welcome everyone. Welcome to another stream on my channel. How are you? Firstly, thank you so much for joining. 15 people already. Thank you so much guys for the support. Please let me know if everything is working fine. If you can hear me okay. Yeah, thank you so much. So it's really hot in Romania at the moment. Hi Devaria Ray, hi Scrabble and Fun, thank you so much guys for joining. Hi Shaggy also. How are you guys? Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about your team in a minute. Just first I want to see how you're doing. Yeah. Hi Shaggy, should I send my team on the last post you made? Yeah, send me your teams on Twitter, on you can DM me. If you don't, it doesn't really matter. This stream is going to be, I'm going to talk probably maybe a little bit about my team, but it hasn't changed really. And today, as you may know, there are a lot of friendlies involving Premier League teams. So probably we're going to change our drafts a little bit after today. So that's why I didn't really want to make a video about my latest draft, because probably tomorrow is going to change. So yeah, just call me Ray. Okay, noted. Thanks. Did quite well on the UI. Yeah, they improved a little bit the site, so that's really nice. Latest draft. Okay. So let's see your team firstly. So Kelleher is your goalkeeper. Okay. Sorry guys, I just have a little bit of a problem. Yeah, my OBS, I think that it crashed a little bit. Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, yeah, I tried to make the stream look fine. You're going to see in a minute that it's not finished yet. Okay, so if we move here, I'm not sure you should see my team, but yeah. OBS is having some issues lately. Yeah, so the problem is you don't see it, but I can't see the preview of my stream. So yeah, it is a little bit tricky, but it's looking like it's working. Hi Jack, thank you so much for joining. How are you today? We see it. Try to switch to Streamlabs. Yeah, maybe. Right now, yeah, you can see my team, but I can't see what I'm showing you, so that's the problem for me. But we're going to do it this way, I guess. Okay, so Kelleher, Milenkovic, Frimpong, Munoz, Palmer, Bruno, Saka, Wirtz. Okay, so you have a lot of expensive midfielders. You don't have Salah. Okay, Larson, Bowen, Watkins, Dubravka, Diouf, Miley, Hill. So I like your team. I mean, Frimpong, at the moment, I think that he's going to be a starter for Liverpool, but the problem with Frimpong is we don't know if he's going to get 90 minutes every game week, probably not, so that's why I think that at the moment I'm going to start probably with Van Dijk in game week 1, so again, I like Frimpong, I think that he's going to be really attacking. We need to see if Bradley is injured or something like that. If Bradley is out, then yeah, surely you can go with Frimpong for the start of the season. Probably he's going to be really nailed. Yeah, it is a little bit of a risk there, a rotation risk. With Bruno Fernandes, the fixtures are not amazing. I know that right now a lot of people are having Bruno Fernandes in their teams, but I'm just not sure because of the fixtures. Palmer, Saka, also, yeah, I mean, Saka is a great pick, but I don't know, the same as for Manchester United. The fixtures are not amazing for Arsenal, and also maybe Saka is not going to be also on penalty, so yeah, I'm not so sure about that, but I like your forwards. I like Larson, I like Bowen, I like Watkins. Overall, it is a decent stream. Hi AZ Philips 10, thank you so much for joining. Well back over Strand Larson. Yeah, this is what you see on the screen is my last team. I haven't changed it. At the moment, I'm not sure if Welbeck is going to be fit for game week 1. Probably, maybe I'm going to change it. And also here you're going to see Solanke. Solanke probably is not going to be in my team, so I should make my changes here because he didn't play in the last friendly for Spurs, and at the moment we know nothing about Solanke. This is my latest team, but I haven't changed it for a week or something like that, so that's it. I've sent it on X. You can open up your stream on your mobile phone. Yeah, yeah, that's right. I should do that. Yeah, the stream is working fine. His attacking threat is crazy because Bradley is injured. Yeah, if at the moment we don't know how bad the injury for Bradley is, that's the only problem. So again, if Bradley is injured for a long period of time, then sure, a lot of people probably are going to go for Frimpong, but at the moment, let's just see how Liverpool are going to play. Liverpool are going to play tomorrow against Crystal Palace in the Community Shield, so let's see how they are going to line up. Let's see if Bradley is going to be on the bench. Uh, yeah. And also the question, why Welbeck over Strand Larsen? I don't know. The first game week, he has a better fixture. They both of them probably are going to be on penalties. I think that it is not such a big difference between Welbeck and Strand Larsen. Brighton, I think that are a little bit maybe are going to be maybe a little more of an attacking team than Wolves. Wolves lost Ainuri, they lost Cunha, they lost some attacking potential there. So again, I really like Strand Larsen. Maybe he's going to be in my final team. But I can see also a reason to have Welbeck. How about Evan Nilsson on pens? Maybe if Cliver doesn't play. Yeah, for sure Evan Nilsson is going to be on penalties if Cliver is injured or something like that. But at the moment I'm just not sure how the situation with Clivert is. I know that he didn't play in the last friendlies, but let's see today. Would you still go Sanchez with Colwill injured, or do you prefer Sales now? Yeah, I need to think a little bit now. Obviously, Colwill, it is a big it's going to be a big miss for Chelsea's defense. I would be really tempted to go for another maybe defender from Chelsea, but at the moment I'm not sure who is going to start. Batshuayi, Chalobah, maybe the risk is not worth it to go there, right? So again, Cucurella is 6 millions. Would you still go Sanchez with Colwill injured? Yeah, I read that question. What would you rate my team out of 10? Sales, Dorgu, Diouf, Munoz. I like your defense. Salah, Palmer, Gakpo, Minte, Watkins, Mateta, Bowen, bench, Dubravka, Malen, Stevie, however. I don't think that I would go Malen. Let's see if Rodgers is injured or something like that, but Aston Villa just signed a forward who probably is going to take some minutes out of Marlon, so I think that it is a little bit of a risk there. Stevie is fine for a 4 million defender, however, probably not so. I'm not sure if I would go for 4 million 4 million defenders on my bench, because however, probably is not going to play a lot of minutes for Wolverhampton, for what I know at the moment. So yeah, your bench is a little bit weak, to say it like that. Mateta, again, a nice option. You have Pedro Porro at that price. You have Solanke, who's not fit at the moment. You have also Dorgu, who the fixtures, as I said before, for Manchester United, I'm not sure how many clean sheets United are going to keep in the first 5 or 6 game weeks. That's why I don't really like him as a pick now for the start of the season. Obviously you're having him for the attacking threat, and I fully understand that, but I'm not sure if I would go there. Diouf, Munoz is really fine. Gakpo is an interesting option, probably is going to be a little bit more popular in the coming days until the deadline. I talked about Gakpo on Twitter, on YouTube a lot. If Liverpool are not going to sign another left winger or something like that, I just threw that Gakpo, now that he's reclassified as a midfielder, is going to be much better if he's going to get also the minutes. And at the moment, he's the first choice for Liverpool. They lost Diaz, they lost Nunez. Yeah, Ekitike could play there as a left winger, but surely Liverpool, I just think that they didn't sign Ekitike to play him as a left winger, right? They're signing him to play as a number 9. Now let's see if they're going to buy also Isak. That's going to change things a little bit, but Gakpo again could be a really nice differential for the start of the season, so I like that pick. High potential difference, thank you so much for joining. What are your thoughts on Beto over Njaya to save money to get more premium mids other than Salah and Palmer? I like Beto if we were sure that he was going to play 90 minutes every game week, and at the moment Everton have another striker, and I'm not so sure about Beto's place in the starting 11. I think that he's going to start the first game weeks of the season, but I'm just not sure if he's going to stay there. In the preseason he wasn't amazing or something like that. Also, guys, thank you so much for joining the stream. 25 people on the stream. Leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you're new around here. It really means a lot. And thanks again for joining. Also, Eliker, hi. Thomas Nielsen, thank you so much for joining. How are you? What do you think of using bench boost game week 1? At the moment I'm thinking about using my bench boost in game week 1 and 2. And yeah, I really need to change my team because I have to make some changes. This is my latest draft, but it is not going to be my current team. Delap was the hot topic when he transferred to Chelsea, but with Joao Pedro, I don't think that he will get the minutes. Yeah, I don't think that Delap is an option for FPL at the moment. So, yeah. Beto was benched in today's friendly. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I didn't saw all the things happened in the which happened in the last friendlies for today. So again, if Beto was benched, then again probably I would just avoid him at the moment. And there are people that think Arias and 5.5 will take pens because he has a good record in Brazil. Yeah, again, with Strand Larsen, we're not sure he's going to be on penalties. That's another thing. He took some penalties last season, but a lot of people who know Wolverhampton better than me, who are fans of Wolverhampton, are saying that Arias could be on penalties. He has a good record. I really like Arias. At 5.5 million, I think that he could be a decent option. Maybe not at the beginning, but surely at some point. Yeah, so let's make some changes here because we found out some things, obviously. So Dubravka is going to be in my team, probably 100%. Now Solanke is going to be out, probably. So here is going to be someone like Thiago or Strand Larsen, something like that. Maybe Guyu also is going to be in my team if I'm going to decide to play 3-5-2. Then I will just upgrade maybe someone like Adingra on Jae. We need to see if Everton are going to also sign Grealish. But yeah, at the moment Jae is in my team because he's on penalties. Maybe Adingra is going to be out. Maybe I'm going to upgrade Nico Williams to someone like Milenkovic, let's just say, because at the moment today, Nottingham Forest are looking to sign Leif Davis, so the defender from Ipswich from last season, and that could impact a little bit maybe his minutes. With Rogers, I'm not so sure at the moment because let's just put Wirtz here. Let's pretend he's going to be in my team because I have the money. Yeah, instead of Adingra, I have 6.5 millions. Now my lineup at the moment is Konsa, De Kuiper, Virgil van Dijk, Milenkovic. However, I'm not sure if that's going to stay. Let's put here Esteve. And what I would like to have is an defender from Crystal Palace. Someone like Lacroix maybe could be an option. Someone like Richard maybe. Yeah, I need to see how this is going to look for Game Week 1 though. Thoughts on Wisa over Solanke? Wisa probably is going to transfer to Newcastle, right? So at the moment the transfer is not finalized or something like that, but again, if he's going to transfer to Newcastle, probably they are going to sign also another striker if Isak is going to go to Liverpool. So at the moment, I don't think that Wisa is an option. At the moment, it's not looking like he's going to play for Brentford again. So we need to see where he's going to end up first. And I will have 6 millions for a midfielder. As you can see, guys, they fixed the site a little bit. So now you can choose from here. Now, I don't think that you can see. Oh, you can see, okay, the players, so it's fine. Sorry for the setup. As you can see, at the moment, the whole Fantasy Football Hub, the full, the whole app is on the screen because I was a little bit too lazy to make my other designs. But by the deadline, so on Friday, I'm going to try to make a setup. Now it is a little bit changed because now the layout for the Fantasy Premier League site is a little bit longer, and now I'm not sure how I'm going to put it here to also see what's happening on the right and on the left. So 6 millions, let's see. Let's put someone like Anderson, although I'm not sure if I'm going to end up with Anderson. Maybe someone like Minte, if I'm not going to go for Welbeck, could be an option. Maybe someone like Reinders could be an option. Dewsbury Hall at 5 millions. I think that he starts for Everton, right, today. So again, we have some options. Let's put Anderson right now because he is a little bit safe, and also I have 0.5 millions now. And if you're looking at the goalkeepers, I'm not sure if the injury of Colwill is going to put me off of buying Sanchez, because I think that Chelsea are still going to be a decent defense and the fixtures are the same. So the fixtures didn't change for Chelsea. They are decent to start the season with, and also for sales. The fixtures are okay. Brentford and Brentford are attacking really bad in the preseason. Thoughts on Wisa? Yeah, so I answered that. Estevao at 6.5 must this season's bargain, surely. Now, I'm not sure how his minutes are going to look like, to be honest with you, Thomas Nielsen. I think that he could be a nice option. I know that he was great in the Brazilian league or something like that, but Chelsea have a lot of attackers at the moment. And yeah, sure, if Estevao is going to play consistently minutes for Chelsea, then he's going to be a great option. But at the moment, he's not a pick for me at the start of the season. What do you think about Ndoye of Forest? Cheap and could be a huge differential. To be honest with you, Elikar FC, I didn't watch a lot of Ndoye football in this preseason, and yeah. Jack, which 5.5 mil would you choose to buy out of Arias, Malen, Dewsbury, Hoare, and Wilson for Game Week 1? So out of those, I would not go for Malen at the moment. Let's see how they are going to line up, because at the moment today a lot of friendlies are going to happen for the Premier League teams, and I didn't saw the lineups already. I don't know exactly the hours when these teams are going to play. But again, Malen for me, a little bit of an avoid. There is a risk with Malen. Now I get that he's going to be a great option if he's going to get good minutes for Aston Villa. Dewsbury Hall started for Everton today, so I think that he's decent. Wilson again. Is he going to start most games for Fulham? I'm not so sure. Probably he's going to start game week 1, that's for sure. I'm not sure if he's going to get 90 minutes every game week. So yeah, what the midfielder I really like from those is Arias, to be honest with you, from Wolves. The only problem is I'm not sure if he's going to start game week 1. We need to see if he's going to start today in the less friendly. If he's going to start today, good chance he's going to start against Manchester City in game week 1, and also you're going to have him for the future, and I think that he could be a really a real bargain this season. Arias, if he's going to be on penalties, just imagine that. So I would pick maybe Arias from that list. Strand Larsen versus Welbeck, yeah, a really tough question. Okay, so let's keep Sanchez here for now. Make transfers. So you can see the defensive contribution now here. Yeah, okay, so they added defensive contributions on the site. Now, yeah, if we look at the last season, let's put midfielders. Obviously, Caicedo is the first one. So Strand Larsen versus Welbeck. Sorry, Otto. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. Leave a like, guys. Also, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. I really appreciate it. it is tough. With Welbeck, probably 100% he's going to be on penalties. With Strand Larsen, there is maybe a chance, a 20% chance he's not going to be on penalties. There are some rumors Arias could be on penalties. Now, I think that Wolverhampton are going to suffer a little bit in attack for the first gamings of the season. But yeah, I'm not sure. I like both of them. I like Strand Larsen, I like Welbeck. It's tough. It's really tough to pick. For gaming one, obviously I would just pick Welbeck because Wolverhampton are going to play against Manchester City. So yeah. Let me just see the fixtures for Wolverhampton are Manchester City, Bournemouth, Everton. Not the best set of fixture in the first four gamings of the season. As you can see, City, Bournemouth, Everton and Newcastle is not amazing, to be honest with you, and for that reason maybe I would go for Welbeck. Now after that, from gaming 5, Leeds, Spurs, Brighton, Sunderland, Burnley, Fulham. That's an amazing run for Strand Larsen. So yeah, if you want to play for the future, probably you just go Strand Larsen. For Brighton, again, the fixtures are not amazing either. Fulham at home is fine. Everton, City is not so easy. Even 70 minutes is kind of much for Welbeck, but yes, penalties and he's a good threat. Yeah, yeah, but last season Joao Pedro was also in the picture, so I'm not sure how much that's going to impact Welbeck's minutes for this season. Hi Alex Flynn, thank you so much for joining the stream, really appreciate it. I'm from Romania. Thank you so much for your question. Also, guys, if you want to tell me where you're from, would be really interesting to see. I know here are a lot of people from Romania, but again, is Lewis Potter a consideration? I've heard he's going to be playing left winger, even though he's listed as a defender. Wait a second. So Lewis Potter from Brentford. I mean, maybe they're going to play with left wing backs and right wing backs, but I'm not sure. 5 millions, I would not go for him. Probably, I think that he's not great for defensive contributions, right? Can we see them here? I guess not. Yeah, defensive contribution. Okay, so 146 for Lewis Potter. I'm not sure. At that price, I think that there are better options, to be honest with you. Arias and however start for Wolves today. Okay, that's nice. Now, however, we need to see if they're going to buy also another right back, Wolverhampton, because, yeah. Hi, Rizwanelli, thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. How are you? With Rodri injured until first international break, thoughts on Ryan Deers as considering him in for Kudus? Yeah, I think that Ryan Deers is going to be a decent option. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of going with these midfielders who are great for defensive contributions. I think that the impact is going to be more on defenders. But again, Ryan Deers scored a lot of goals last season in the Serie A, so he could get some goals from Manchester City. We need to see obviously how he's going to play for Pep Guardiola. Maybe he's going to play a deeper role. Maybe he's not going to get a lot forward. I think that he's decent. At that price, there aren't a lot of great options. Now, if you really want a defensive contribution monster in midfield, you just go for Anderson probably, who also has a little bit of attacking threat. If you look last season, as you can see here, Anderson was the third on defensive contribution, so 407. Caicedo, again, I would not go for him. Baleba could be decent for 5 millions. Bruno Fernandes got a lot of defensive contributions, so now I understand why a lot of people are talking about him. What's your reasoning for the Kuiper? The Kuiper was in my draft for since the game launched, pretty much. Obviously, pretty much he's in my draft for the attacking threat. He was really attacking in the Belgian league. Now, obviously, we need to see how he's going to adapt to the Premier League. Probably his numbers are going to drop a lot this season, but yeah, I really like attacking defenders. Now, I understand that everybody is crazy right now about defensive contributions for defenders, but I want to try to have a mix of defenders who are good at defensive contributions like Van Dijk, Milenkovic, Lacroix. So again, at 4.5 millions, I think that he could be a decent option. I need to see if he's going to start in the last friendlies for Brighton. Maybe I haven't made my mind up yet. So the Kuiper could be Konsa, could be Aaron Wan-Bissaka. It's not definitive or something like that. Christie again, at 5 millions could be a decent option. Tielemans, it is an interesting one. If Rodgers is going to be out for the first game weeks of the season, Tielemans probably is on penalties for Aston Villa. He is decent at defensive contributions. Now, not amazing, but 314 is not bad. Last season, the fixtures for Aston Villa are great, and we know that he has an eye for a goal. So, yeah. If we move back to my team, now with this team, I would have to start like this: Sanchez, Virgil, Milenkovic, De Kuiper, and Jay Palmer, Wirtz. Yeah, probably I would not start with Guyu here. So again, this is not my final team. A lot is going to change probably. Hi Max Edis, thank you so much for joining. Hi Dexter, how are you guys? Thank you so much for joining the stream, really appreciated. Arias is already locked in for me ever since the Club World Cup. Collins of you want Brentford defender, good. Yeah, Collins from Brentford, I know that he's a good, he's amazing for defensive contributions, but he's 5 millions, I think, so I'm not sure if I want a defender from Brentford, you know. Review my your team. Okay, Dexter, Kelleher, Dubravka, Aaron Bissaka, Konsa, Van de Ven. Again, Van de Ven could be here instead of De Kuiper. I didn't rule that out. What do you think about Chelsea's Estevao? I'm not sure about his minutes, to be honest with you. I think that for me, it is an avoid for the start of the season. I think that he could be a bargain. He could be great value if he's going to get good minutes, but Chelsea have a lot of attacking players at the moment, and I'm just not sure how the lineup is going to look like for Chelsea. Sorry guys if I answer a little bit slowly. There are a lot of comments. I'm trying to answer all of them. So for Dexter, yeah, I like your defense. With Dorgu, I talked about him earlier. I'm not sure if I would go for him because I don't see Manchester United keeping a lot of clean sheets in the first part of the season. But yeah, for the attacking threat, if you want, he could be decent. They have nice fixtures here and there. They're going to play against Burnley, I think, in game week 2 or 3, something like that. Renildo, nice. Salah, Palmer, Jay, Ramsey, Miley, Haaland, Pedro, Salah. Felt like going heavy attack mid. Yeah, watching from India, great content. Thank you so much for watching my content and also for joining the stream. So Pedro, Salah. Okay, so you wrote Salah as a forward. Yeah, so you have Erling Haaland, you have also Pedro, Joao Pedro, right? And you have also Salah and Palmer. Yeah, your bench is going to be a little bit thin, I would say. But again, yeah, I mean your defense is a little bit light. Again, it could work out. I'm not sure though. I know that you can have a draft with both Salah and Haaland. You also have Palmer in your draft, so you have the 3 most expensive players in the game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what to say. I think that it is a little bit hard. I'm not sure I would do it because I like to have a more balanced team. So I like to have a more expensive defender and to have some options from the bench. That's the only problem. Now you have Renildo, you have Miley, Ramsey, probably, who are not going to get amazing minutes, and you have probably another striker I don't see on the comments. So yeah, I think it's more exciting having attacking defenders rather than center backs who get DEFCON points personally. I mean, Jack, obviously it is more exciting, and that's also my opinion. The thing is, I'm not just going to pick attacking defenders for the sake of it. If I think that someone like Konsa is going to be better than someone like the Kuiper, then again, I'm just going to go for Konsa. But now with defensive contribution, I just feel like everybody is talking about them like, I don't know, a huge game breaker or something like that. At the end of the day, it's just a maximum, a cap of 2 points you're going to get for defensive contributions. Now, again, an assist is just 3 points, so just one more than defensive contributions, and probably defensive contribution points you're going to get more than assists usually. So I get that, but again, if a defender is going to score, that's 6 points, so that's huge. If someone like Munoz is going to keep his form from the last part of the season, then he's just better than any defensive contribution defender, from my point of view at least. Again, and also I think that we should try to target those teams who have good chances of keeping a clean sheet, right? Not just getting defensive contributions, because the clean sheet is the most important part for any defender. It's 4 points. When you're going to get a clean sheet, you're going to get probably bonus points. And again, defensive contributions, these defenders are going to get a lot of them in the tougher fixtures when probably they are going to concede. So again, if you have a player like Tarkovsky playing against Liverpool and someone like the Kuiper playing against Sunderland, I would just play the Kuiper against Sunderland, if you get my point, and you're going to lose some DEFCONs points from Tarkovsky playing against Liverpool. So again, it is we need to have a little bit of a mix to try to judge both of these things. Hi Colin Jingota, thank you so much for joining the stream, really appreciated. What do you think about Chelsea's okay, so I talked about that. Now I just want to see, are Chelsea playing tonight? Are Chelsea playing today? Just 1 second. I want to see the friendlies for today, because to be honest with you, I didn't have the time to watch them. So Bournemouth, Real Sociedad, Brighton, Wolfsburg, Manchester United, Fiorentina. These games are going at the moment. Everton, AC Roma, Wolves, Newcastle are going to play. Brighton again. Arsenal are going to play. So Chelsea are not going to play today, right? Manchester City are going to play versus Palermo. So for Everton, I'm just going to go to Twitter a little bit to show you. So yeah, Barry starting instead of Beto. So I would just avoid Beto at the moment. Probably Barry is going to be the starter now. So yeah, Dewsbury Hall again playing as an advanced 8-10 is really interesting. Yeah, a really nice option. Dewsbury Hall probably is going to be. Tarkovsky starting also. Strategy is going all out attack and less defenders. What about Hall or Livramento? Livramento, the fixtures are not great for Newcastle. I don't think that I would go there. But yeah. Hall again. Yeah, the fixtures are not great for Newcastle for keeping clean sheet, I think. So, and also they are a little bit more expensive, these defenders, and they don't get a lot of defensive contributions. Like going full attack with Salah, Palmer, Haaland, though, could not get an Arsenal player, sadly. Yeah, no. At the end of the day, choose whatever player you think will perform. Yeah, that's obviously the best thing to judge. Now, yeah, if we look here from FPL Focal, he kept us updated with the fixtures. So these are the fixtures for today, if you don't know already, guys. So keep an eye open on how these teams are going to line up, because it's the last friendly for most teams in this preseason, and probably this is how they are going to look also in game week 1, something like that. Obviously not exactly the same. Love to see full defense from Everton, mainly because of Tarkovsky. Yeah, Okay, so this was the team for Everton. Bournemouth behind closed door game versus Real Sociedad, 1-1. Evan Nilsson scored. Okay. Okay, so that's it, I guess. From now. Now I'm really tempted about Dewsbury Hall, knowing that he's going to play as an attacking midfielder could be really interesting for Everton. Okay, so this is Manchester United. Yeah, I saw the lineup, to be honest with you. So yeah, no surprises there for Manchester United. I see that Dorgu started also. So Ray, you send me a team. Yeah, I just need to see if you can see it, guys. So yeah. Yeah, okay, so you can see it. So this is for Ray. I'm going to try to rate it. Kelleher, Dubravka, really nice. I think that Kelleher at 4.5 million probably is going to be one of the best defenders in the game. So no surprises there. I wouldn't go for Mikolenko, to be honest with you. At that price, I think that there are better options. Mikolenko is not the most attacking defender. So that's what we spoke before. If you're going for a fullback, you need to go for a fullback who's really attacking. Someone like the Kuiper, Frimpong, I don't know, Pedro Porro, something like that. But Mikolenko, sorry, is not so attacking, and he's also not good at defensive contributions. Now, although Everton could keep some clean sheets here and there, I think that I would go for another player there. Maybe someone like. You have Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you have Konsa, Van de Ven, Virgil van Dijk. So I like your other defenders. Maybe if you can have find the money to buy someone like a defender from Nottingham Forest, uh, or maybe someone for Crystal Palace like Lacroix, or maybe even yeah, someone like Lacroix, Richards could be better. Rogers, Kudus, Palmer, Salah. So I really like your options in midfield. Not a lot of things to say about it. I like Kudus, Palmer, Salah. Rogers, we need to see if he's going to be fit for Game Week 1. Kudus could be a nice option. Now, Solanke is going to be Madison also is going to be out for the entirety of the season. I think what a shame for him. He could have been an amazing option in FPL also, Madison. And now other players need to play as a number 10 for Spurs. Probably the minutes for Kudus are going to be a little bit better now. So I like him as an option. His expected data is not amazing or something like that, but again, against Burnley at home is the best fixture you can get for Game Week 1. Also, Solanke, as I said before, I think that I would just avoid him for now. Yeah, João Pedro, he could be a little bit of a minutes risk, something like that at some point with the lap there. But for Game Week 1, I think that he's fine. Let's see how Chelsea are going to line up in the last friendly. Welbeck again, a nice option. So your team is really strong. So you're starting Njae is on your bench. Okay. I would try to find a way to start Njae if you have him for Game Week 1 because it's Leeds away. And yeah, I think that I would start him probably instead of Rogers or someone like that. But yeah, also so Shaggy also sent me a team, right? I would love a bench boost in Game Week 2 if Dubravka is Stevie Renildo. Yeah, so somebody asked me about using a chip in Game Week 1 or 2. I think that at the moment I'm tempted to use my bench boost early because I want to get it out of the way and to after that, to be able to concentrate on the season, I just think that it's worth it to get it out of the way now. Obviously, maybe it's not going to be the best bench because you don't have a lot of team value in game week 1 or 2, obviously. So you're not going to have the best players on your bench. But now with Dubravka, a playing 4 million goalkeeper, we have the possibility to use our bench boost in game week 1 or 2. At the moment, I haven't decided yet, but yeah, it is an option. Reinildo, Mark Guyu, Guyu, if we can, would be even better. Anderson, Tielemans and Evan Nilsson, my gems. Let's hope they will perform. Yeah, Evan Nilsson, a really nice option. Yeah, other than Liverpool playing game week 1, the fixtures are going to get a little bit better for Bournemouth. Moving on, Watkins, I really like him as an option. He's in my team also. Palmer, Tielemans, Wirtz, Salah and Anderson. A nice midfield, not a lot to say about it. And you're going really big in defense, I see Shaggy. So Murillo, Van Dijk and Guardiol, and also Sanchez in goal. Now you're pretty much covered with Manchester City, Chelsea, Nottingham Forest and Liverpool in defense. So yeah, 4 teams who were decent defensive wise last season and probably are going to get a lot of clean sheets this season also. So yeah, I like your team. Thank you for sending it. Also Rizwan Ali, thank you so much for sending your team also. Henderson, Dubravka. I'm not sure about Henderson, to be honest with you. Now again, with Aina, he has a little bit of an injury at the moment, right? And I just don't think that he's really great for defensive contributions. What I would do maybe in your place, I would have someone like Lacroix instead of Aina, and someone like Flecken or I don't know, Sels in goal. I would change a little bit these things, but again, it is not a problem how the draft is at the moment. I made my defense so that they will not miss games or to be a rotation risk. That's really nice. Obviously, that's what we should be trying to do in game week 1. You don't want to have a lot of not differentials, but not a lot of players who could lose their places in defense. That's the problem. Like last season, a lot of people gone with Kwanzaa from Liverpool, and then he suddenly wasn't playing anymore. So again, I feel like João Pedro has the chance to be a little bit of a troll, but again, I think that João Pedro is going to play most minutes for Chelsea, so it's not the same thing. Van de Ven, Wan-Bissaka, I really like them. Rodon also. Senesi is a really nice option. Not a lot of people are talking at the moment, but he's going to be great for DEFCON. He has a lot of attacking threats from set pieces, and probably now he's going to be a starter for Bournemouth because they lost a lot of players from their defense. Welbeck, really nice option. Kudus, Njaya, Salah, Palmer, Anderson. So a pretty much standard midfield. Yeah, not a lot to say about Salah, Palmer, Anderson. Solid picks. Njayev is going to keep the minutes. He's great on penalties. Kudus could be a nice option. He has huge potential. And you're going with Gyökeres and Watkins. Now, this is really interesting. I didn't see a lot of drafts with both of them. My plan is to have Watkins at the start of the season, and then if Gyökeres is going to be amazing, just transfer him in. So yeah. But both of them could work. Gyökeres started in the preseason. To be honest with you, Gyökeres didn't play amazing in the preseason games for Arsenal, but again, he needs to adapt a little bit. Probably he's going to be also on penalties, I would suspect. So yeah, I like your draft. Looks solid. Samunikas, thank you so much for sending me your draft. Also, guys, if you're here, please consider leaving a like on the stream if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. And yeah, if you want to see more content, obviously. So from Sam, sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Sanchez, Dubravka. So everybody's going to have Dubravka, so I'm just not going to mention him anymore. I think that it is such a no-brainer, and it made things a little bit easier for all of us, because I just don't see why would you not have Dubravka in your team. So yeah, although he's going to play for Burnley, although they're not going to keep a lot of clean sheets, it doesn't really matter. Harder, just send my team in if you could rate it, please. Yeah, for sure, Sam, Clayton, right now I'm on your team. Sanchez, Van Dijk, Tarkovsky, Murillo, Richards, Esteve. Now, I really like your defense. It is really balanced. You have Van Dijk, you have Murillo, you have Richards, so you have a nice rotation there. Again, someone like Lacroix would be better maybe than Richards, but he's a little bit more expensive. Murillo is nice. Murillo and Milenkovic are going to be the main option from Nottingham Forest right now, because they are going to sign Leif Davis from Ipswich, and maybe that's going to impact a little bit Nico Williams' minutes, because for now Nico Williams was in my team a lot of the time, because he was 5 million, he was cheaper than Murillo and Milenkovic. But now, yeah, maybe I will need to find some cash to do that. It really depends which one you prefer. At the moment, I would go probably for Milenkovic, because he has a lot more attacking threat from set pieces. That's the only reason. And obviously he's decent for defensive contribution. It's not such a big difference, but obviously Murillo is better for defensive contribution. So yeah, if you prefer Murillo, that's fine. Palmer, Wirtz, Dewsbury Hall, Anderson, and Mohamed Salah. Yeah, really like your picks. You just added Dewsbury Hall. He's starting for Everton today, playing an advanced role. Anderson, again, a really popular option, so not a lot of wrong things to say about him. Not the most explosive midfielder, but overall, I really think that your team is strong. You have also Thiago, you have Richards, you have Esteve, so your bench, it is a little bit strong also, but yeah, you're not missing much. If I try to think on what you're missing, I don't know, a Welbeck maybe, Njaye maybe, from Everton. Yeah, other than that, again, if you think that Wirtz is going to be great, then you should just go with it. That's why I'm not trying to put you off some players or something like that. I really like Wirtz. I wish I have him in my team. I'm not sure how many goals he's going to score for Liverpool. He's an amazing player. Every actions from Liverpool goes through him. He's going to get a lot of assists this season. The fixtures are not amazing for Liverpool in the first 3. But again, I'm just not sure. I don't know how many goals he's going to get. And yeah, but the fixture in Game Week 1 is great. Bournemouth at home. They lost a lot of player in defense, so nothing wrong with it. I didn't made my mind already about Wirtz. Maybe he's going to be in my team, maybe not. Thoughts on going with both Salah and Haaland? Hi Ali Munda, sir. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. I think that yeah, Konsa, good point. You're missing Konsa, but obviously it's not such a big miss. He has Richards, he has Tarkovsky, he has other defenders to rotate here. Now Tarkovsky, again, I talked a little bit about him. I'm not sure if he's going to be worth the value, just because he's getting a lot of defensive contributions. But yeah, Everton are a decent defense. It just feels a little bit too much to pay for me. But again, maybe I'm a little bit biased because I'm a Liverpool fan, so yeah. So you could go with both Salah and Haaland, but I just don't think that your team is going to be that strong. Personally, I don't think that Haaland is worth 14 millions, but that could really change easily. If he's going to bang some hat-tricks in the first 3 game weeks of the season or something like that, then yeah, I will just look like a fool right now. But I just don't think that he's worth the money. And yeah, maybe neither Salah is going to be worth the money, so we need to see. Yeah, you need to make some sacrifices if you're going to have Salah and Haaland, both of them in your team. And I don't know, I don't really want to do that. at the moment. So yeah, but it could work out, no problem about that. Jack, which 4.5 defender should I pick? Anderson, Trufford, or Agbadu? Uh, you really need this defender to play him in the first game mix of the season or not? Because it is a really important question. If you want to play him, probably the fixtures for Fulham are a little bit better than for Agbadu. I don't think that I would go for Trafford. Agbadu obviously is the best defender at 4.5 millions for defensive contribution. So probably I would just go for him. But Anderson probably has the better fixtures to start the season with. So again, for the long run, I would go Agbadu. So yeah. Hi Keitel, Nevin, thank you so much for joining the stream, really appreciate it. And also, how are you today? 24 people on the live. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the stream. It really means a lot, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, we're really close to the deadline, so yeah, hopefully you enjoy my content this week's. I put in a lot of work, and yeah, hopefully it was a little bit helpful to you. And from tomorrow, I'm going to try to upload again until the deadline. So yeah. So Ketan Nevin, sorry, opinion on Kevin Schade as a differential option. I think that he's a great differential. Now Schade is, I need to see his price. He's 5.5 or 6. Because I forgot. Okay, he's 7 millions. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit tired today. But yeah, I got that so wrong there. I don't think that I think that there are better options, to be honest with you, at 7 millions, and even cheaper than Shade. I think that there are better options. Now again, he had a really nice season. He scored a lot of goals. He scored 11 goals this season, and 4 assists. So yeah, Forest, Villa, Sunderland, Chelsea, Fulham, Man United. The fixtures are decent for Brentford. I think that they're going to have some problems in attack, to be honest with you. That's why I'm not sure I would go with Shade. They have Carvalho. They're going to buy maybe Otara from Bournemouth. So we need to see how they're going to line up. Maybe he's not going to even play 90 minutes every game. So at 7 millions, I would just go for someone like Rogers if he's going to be fit, to be honest with you, just to try to avoid that headache. Now Carvalho probably is going to play as a right winger. Otara maybe as a left winger or a striker. We need to see. But his minutes could be a little bit reduced. So probably I would avoid Shade at the moment. My defense currently is Milenkovic, Aaron Bissaka, Virgil van Dijk, Esteve, Lacroix. That's nice, but you have just... Oh no, okay, you're okay. You have 5 defenders. So yeah, I really like the defense. Now with Aaron Bissaka, he was in my team in the last weeks, pretty much because he's going to play against Sunderland game week 1. But after I looked a little bit more on the fixtures for West Ham are not amazing after game week 1. So they are going to play against Chelsea. Forest is fine, let's say. Tottenham, Palace, Everton, Arsenal. Yeah, after that a little bit better, but I'm just not sure how many clean sheets West Ham are going to keep. They were really bad last season, but yeah, Aaron Bissaka is a decent option also. Best Chelsea defender, not goalkeeper. Oh. Yeah, if we look at Chelsea, to be honest with you, at the moment, I'm not sure who's going to start, how the lineup is going to be, because defenders from Chelsea. So probably Cucurella is the best one. Now, obviously, he's the most expensive one for good reason. That's where I'm not sure. Maybe Chelsea are going to buy Mark Guehi from Crystal Palace. Let's keep that in mind. If he's going to go for Chelsea, Guehi definitely is going to be the best defender to own from Chelsea. With Reece James, I would not go there at 5.5 millions. Chalobah could be one, Badiashile could be one, Fofana, but again, I'm not sure how the center halves are going to look like. I don't know. Hato also could get some minutes from some defenders, from Cucurella, maybe from Chalobah. Again, I'm not sure. I feel like a lot of us are picking our squads for the bench boost. It's exciting even though it's challenging. Yeah, I mean pretty much you want to have a nice bench boost. I assume everyone would pick Cucurella as the 6 million defender. Yeah, the same. That was the same for me. Before the defensive contributions were presented, I was 100% sure I would have Cucurella in my team, to be honest with you, for Game Week 1, because of the fixtures, because he had some attacking threat. But now, after they release defensive contributions, now nobody is picking Cucurella, and that's a little bit funny. So, yeah. Sanchez and Nico Williams or Sales and the 5 million Chelsea Kubu or 4.5 million goalkeeper and Milenkovic. The problem is, Ali, I'm not sure. I can recommend you to buy Chalobah, but I'm not going to do that because it's going to be some rotation risk with Chelsea. I need to see how Chelsea is going to play in the less friendly, and then I'm going to need to decide if you trust the center back pairing. But at the moment, I would not pick Badiashile or Chalobah, I think. If Chalobah is going to play 90 minutes every game, then I would just pick him. If you want a 5 million defender from Chelsea, yeah, Sanchez and Nico Williams or Sales. So then it is Sanchez or Nico Williams. But or maybe Sales or 4.5 million goalkeeper and Milenkovic. Now that's a really tough question. So probably I would not go for the second one. Sanchez, Nico Williams or Kelleher, Milenkovic. Kelleher, Milenkovic, I think at the moment. I think it is a little bit more safe. But yeah, thoughts on Robinson or Anderson of Fulham in for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Robinson was amazing last season. I like the attacking defenders. Now he is 5 millions, I think, right? So he's a little bit more expensive. The thing is, the first 3 fixtures are not amazing. Brighton, Man United, Chelsea. I think that a lot of people are overlooking Fulham players. I don't see a lot of drafts with Fulham players, to be honest with you. But yeah, the fixtures are not great. He's 5 millions. He's not getting a lot of defensive contributions, right? Hopefully I'm not wrong, but yeah. And then from Game Week 6 also Villa, Bournemouth, Arsenal, Newcastle. The fixtures are not great long term for Fulham. That's the problem. Now if we see here defensive contributions, 289. So it's not bad. It's not bad. So I was a little bit wrong. He is going to be decent probably for defensive contributions, Robinson, but I'm just not sure. I think that there are better options at 5 millions. I don't know. Lacroix, Nico Williams. Now I don't remember any, but there are a lot at 5 millions. So defenders. So there is Collins, who's going to be a monster for defensive contributions. Colwill is injured. Yeah, at 5 millions, to be honest with you, are not a lot. Let's put here. Okay. Killman could be even an option at 4.5 millions if you're looking for one with defensive contributions. And also Robinson, yeah, it's not bad. He's not bad. Best 2 goalkeepers for bench boost. Dubravka and Sanchez probably. Dubravka Sanchez or Dubravka Sells, because I suppose you don't want to have two expensive goalkeepers, right? Kelleher is injured. Didn't saw that coming. Where did you see that? Is it a bad injury? Maenda on pens for Sunderland. Yeah, he just missed a penalty, Maenda, so maybe he's not going to be on penalties. If anyone is interested in him, uh, yeah, I don't see nothing about Kelleher, but yeah, if you say that he's injured, maybe that's true. Um, Short-term injury, you'll probably miss first 1 to 3 games. Okay, okay. Didn't know about that, so thank you so much for telling me. I need to see. Um, Kelleher update from yesterday. Okay, so he was left out as a precautionary after sustaining a knock in the build-up. He'll be monitored in the upcoming days. To me, it sounds that he could be available for Game Week 1. So again, maybe not. One to keep an eye on, obviously, but we need to see. Dewsbury Hall looks good. Yeah, I just saw that he's on penalties from what I'm reading from corners from Twitter, sorry. So yeah, he could be also on set pieces, which is nice. But yeah, we could have a really template midfielder soon with Dewsbury Hall. Bruno Fernandes also, I think that I talked about that. He got 12 defensive contributions in the last preseason. So yeah, as I talked in my other videos, Bruno Fernandes is going to be good for defensive contributions probably, and also, so yeah, I understand the appeal for Bruno Fernandes. Honestly, I'm going to say it. Probably I'm not going to go for him just because of the penalties, because he's going to have probably a deeper role. Again, they're going to play Cunha there, Mbeumo. They have more number 10s. They have Mason Mount who can play there also. So yeah, he's on penalties. That's a big plus for Bruno Fernandes. I think that if he wasn't on penalties, nobody would talk about owning Bruno Fernandes at that price, 9 millions. I think that it is a little bit expensive. If I am to be honest with you, that's just my opinion, obviously. Nothing decided. Joao Pedro just scored for Chelsea, I guess. So Chelsea are playing. So yeah. Let me just move because I'm reading on Twitter and you don't see nothing, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, Kelleher is not. Kelleher is not playing for Brentford today. Valdimarsson is starting. Now I don't think that you should go for him as a 4 million goalkeeper because probably Kelleher is going to be back at some point. Lewis Potter is starting as a left winger by the looks of it. Somebody mentioned about him in the stream. Thank you so much for your mention. So it is true, as you said, he is a 5 million defender, Lewis Potter, who's playing as a left winger in the last preseason game. Thiago also is starting for Brentford, so good news about that. And as you can see here, I don't see Schade. Maybe he's injured or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Collins, Van den Berg is starting. Coyote could be another interesting option. I'm not sure. So yeah. Okay, guys. So yeah, if you don't have any questions, I thank you a lot for joining the stream. Sorry for the setup. It's going to be better by Friday. Hopefully, I'm going to get some time to fix my UI, and yeah, I'm going to see you on my deadline stream for Game Week 1 finally. Maybe I'm going to do also a stream Wednesday or something like that before the deadline. I'm not sure yet when that's going to be. But again, I thank you a lot for joining on this Saturday. Yeah, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Uh, it really helps for me to see a lot of people watching and enjoying. Obviously, that keeps me going forward. And yeah, hopefully my content is helping you also a little bit at FPL. That would be the main goal. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Rizwan Ali. Thank you, Ali. Usama. Thank you so much. Scrabble and Fun, Eliker, Cat and Nevin, Potential Difference. Probably I forgot someone. But yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot, everyone. Great content, Dennis. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Thomas, for joining. Really appreciated. And I wish you all to have a nice weekend, a nice Saturday, a nice Sunday. And yeah, we're going to see you soon. Watkins, Saka, Salah, Palmer, Wirtz, Poro, Williams, Sanchez, or Haaland. Okay, so many names there, Ali. Or I would not go for Raya, I think. I would not go for Raya. I would go for the option with Sanchez. The option with Sanchez and Salah. That's where I would go at least. So again, yeah. Thank you so much, Ali. I'm going to see you next time, guys. Have a nice weekend. And yeah, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Bye.